reports from both Portugal and Belgium are suggesting that Flavio Nazinho is on his way to Celtic. He's a 21-year-old left-back, Portuguese under-21 international. Obviously, we know Celtic need a left-back badly. Ryan, hearing any whispers on that side of things?
Yeah, just try to check it out just now, actually. But, I think he will be a player that Celtic have looked at before, but he's obviously a teammate of Paulo Bernardo, who plays for the Portuguese under-21s team as well. I'm sure Paulo Bernardo is getting a good report back to Celtic. It's clear that they're obviously short in the left-back area. I know that Inamura has obviously come in. He's been a surprise package this season, but it is a bit of a gamble going with Inamura at left-back when he's naturally a centre-back, obviously given Kieran Tierney's injury record. So it would make sense if Celtic are kind of looking for reinforcements, and obviously he fits the bill as well, an exciting young prospect who's made his mark in Belgium. So we'll just try to check that one out at the minute.
It's something new, you think?
Well, I mean, we know that they've been in the market for a left back. We know that Brendan Rodgers wasn't convinced in the first instance before he'd clapped eyes on Inamura that he was first team ready. We still don't know. I mean, listening to some of the comments, it seems very much as if he's going to have a look at him over the course of the next couple of weeks before deciding, but it still doesn't seem set in stone that he's going to be around the squad next season. I don't know what you're hearing about that, Ryan, but the more I hear Brendan Rodgers speak about it, I think he's been quite impressed with him, reasonably impressed with him, but I just get this feeling that he sees him as a project player that's probably best served moving out on loan. So obviously there's a requirement there for a left back, and I tell you what, he's got one of those sexy names, doesn't he? Flavio Nazinho. So by all accounts, really highly rated, and had an excellent summer at the under-21 Euros.
We're obviously getting comments coming in thick and fast on Celtic Tonight. If you want to get involved in the conversation, please do so. We'll try and read them out. Let me start with this one. Chris reckons Nazinho is another project. He says this is a total disgrace. Fair enough, Chris?
I'm not so sure it's a disgrace. I mean, it fits this kind of Celtic signing policy. 21-year-old Portuguese under-21 international. Keith, like you said there, he had a decent Euro campaign in the summer. He's played for Cercle Brugge in the Belgian top flight. So I think he came through the ranks at Sporting Lisbon as well. So no, I'm not so sure it's a disgrace. I think if Celtic are going to be bringing in a left back, it will be kind of that, that calibre.
Well, Celtic have to, and the Celtic fans need to understand, if you're going to sign a left back and you're going to, that left back knows that he's coming pretty much to be Kieran Tierney's understudy. Exactly. So, you're not going to get a top notcher to agree to come and sit on the bench for half a season. But what you've got there is an exciting young prospect, and who better to learn from than Kieran Tierney in terms of playing the position, but also Brendan Rodgers. I don't think that's unimaginative. I think it's a fairly decent profile.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not as if Celtic have got a decent track record of Portuguese players in recent years. Jota, Paulo Bernardo. So ticks a lot of boxes, that one.
The other comments that are coming in, if I can see this, Stuart Maxwell says, we need central defenders above all else. Can't take another year of Scales, and CCV is our only decent centre-back. Polish boy was good, but the bank account is more importantly, apparently. And Paul follows it up by saying, let's face it, the board are a disgrace. Janssen would have been a great signing, and he's come along and wrap it up within 2 days. I mean, I definitely feel, Keith, like the Celtic fans are starting to get a little bit impatient.
Angsty.
Aye.
Yeah, and listen, this, you can put the kettle on for it around about this time every summer. This is usually the case. I think it doesn't help Celtic supporters that they're looking across the garden fence, and Rangers are really active, but this is what I keep saying, Rangers have to be really active. They've got no choice. They need an overhaul. Celtic don't require an overhaul. Brendan Rodgers, I keep saying it, will just want to tweak that starting 11, make it better in 2 or 3 areas. And there's plenty of time for him still to do that, and I still expect him to do that. This is the young Portuguese player. I think, as I said, that looks okay to me in terms of you're going to come in and play second fiddle to Kieran Tierney for that position. But I think there are areas, and I've said it all along, Daniel, two in particular. I think he definitely wants to upgrade his left side of central defence with a player of a similar calibre to Cameron Carter-Vickers, and I'm damn sure, well, he wants wingers as well, we know that, but I'm damn sure he wants a centre forward who he would look upon as a real marquee signing. So there is some work for Celtic still to do in this transfer window, no question about it. But Celtic fans do get a little bit restless round about this point in the transfer window. But Celtic have got a habit of, they spend money in the transfer window, and some of the language, disgrace.
Yes,
I'm struggling with that because Celtic do spend significant sums every transfer window that comes around.
Yeah, I can't say fairer than that. The one thing that I wanted to get both your guys' take on, right? I wonder if it's just the way that this window's gone, in the sense that, like, see if Celtic had went out and said, right, we're going to bring Tierney back for 10, 12 million, and we're going to sign Negrin for 6 million, which is maybe what he's probably worth. I think the Celtic fans would be a lot more content.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think you're right in a sense.
Aye.
Yeah, you look at the timing, Kieran Tierney's arrival was, he signed a pre-contract in February. So if this was announced, if this was just getting announced today, for example, then,
they'd be getting the bunting out.
Exactly, they're getting the bunting out. So it's about timing as well with these things. Obviously, like Keith rightly says, you look across the city and they're bringing in players left, right and centre, but you need, Rangers are in the process of a rebuild. It's not going to happen over one window either. This is, Rangers rebuild is going to be a process of 2-3 transfer windows. So Celtic are in a fortunate position, but the fans have got every right to demand more signings. They put millions into the club every single year. Season ticket prices have been up this year as well.